Oop. Okay, as usual, that's just 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, as usual, that's just 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, as usual, that's just is here. So, welcome to the channel, guys. And tonight, we're gonna hang around in Eternal and continue with our grand offensive. But first, let me do my character request first. I haven't opened my Gundam yet. Ooh, there's Haro in here. Can I upgrade this 5 times? Which one should I do? I can actually do this one. Like, have I upgraded that one to the max yet? I need one more. Okay then. Morning, night, baby. Sorry, I was not streaming. Sorry, I was not stuff. Okay, hopefully everything is fine. Your streaming now helps me distract in a better mood. Okay, this actually turns out to be good. Yeah, let's just enjoy Eternal and forget about everything else. Let's go. Gonna do this, upgrade this, break. Level up to the max. Okay. And I'm gonna put Hero Yui here. Yep. Let's go. Okay. So that is Hero Yui. So next, I do want to upgrade my double eraser, I guess. I'm anxious because I want to have my dynamics now. Lol, the waiting is too much. Yeah, hopefully he has a really good SSP weapon, you know, so that we can SSP him. Yeah, this guy comes from here. Is there a way to clear this real fast? Let me see. Can I clear this really fast? Let's go pull and prove Haro theory. No, it's already debunked so many times. Hi Butasawa, welcome to the stream. Oh no, this guy has preemptive. Setsuna gonna have a bad time here. This actually takes a long time. Hey, Vivi, hi, Frost. Just passing by. Wish me luck for my exam. Okay. Good luck on your exam. This is actually taking a long time. I'm gonna use my tooling here to clear up all these minions, I guess. And this is why I just grind slowly on the the units technical diagram, because I don't have time to do this kind of thing. It's a waste of my time. I'll just wait for my skips every day. Thank you very much. Swear to God, the double SSR shard drops are the least generous in the game. Yeah. This grind is it should be fine. Look at that. All of my units gonna die. I think I'm gonna need to change that hue. Can I add Caliban just easily kill that tank? Yeah, grinding for this sucks. Yeah, that's fine. Just don't grind. Just wait for your wait for the skips every day. Like eventually you're gonna max them anyway, so why the need for the rush? Heal from the Kalimar. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a news that the next Master League, they're gonna boost the SSR and below units more than their boost on the UR units. So that means that it's time to prepare your SSR only teams. And it's only buffing up the SSR and below. So remember, ultimate units is not included in that tag. Okay, so you cannot use ultimate units. Too bad. So I actually already prepare my team. Hey, do you guys want to see it? Oh, it's not gonna rule. Yes. So that's why go and find your favorite. Like I got double eraser. Nice. So my team is gonna be this. Let me show you. But first I'm gonna check my develop. Can I make another of this? No, it's only 4. Let's just develop this first. Yep. And then search for develop. Take this one. Okay. To 100. Okay. So, here is my formation. Ta-da! my SSR only team. Okay. Development unit gonna be more valuable than URs. Yes, the SSP conversion will be very, very important now. Okay. So by the way, Sausage fixed the crit in their website. They added recommended pilot for units. I'm using your audio as white song. yeah, I've tried that, but sometimes I don't really trust that kind of thing, you know. Like, and also it's kind of like, you know, take too long to put everything in place. So it's not always the best, you know. Like you sometimes do not want to put the best pilot. Just look at this. I put Suleta durability on aerial rebuild. Yeah. Maybe it says SSR below or alt tech. Oh, it's alt tech. Oh, okay, so you can use ultimate units then. Okay, then that's good. Double OR attack in my absolute favorite unit. It is so strong and versatile. Nice. Yeah. You can also use Setsuna SR pilot to pilot that guy. Yeah, SP convert him. He is really good. And the support version is not half bad either. Which one? The double or racer support? Is it? I don't really see the benefit out of him. Probably because I always overshadow the support SSR with ultimate and UR units. Now it's always worth more to invest on the ultimate units rather than the SSR support unit. That's an amazing SSR team. Damn. Isn't SSR Shippujinrai team is better? Why? Now the Shippujinrai doesn't have any versatility, you know. Let me check the Shippujinrai. Is there any Shippujinrai in here? I think this guy is Shippujinrai, right? Yeah. So look at this. The Shippujinrai currently only have these UR units to choose from. Not the best ones. We have defense down, we have beam, domestic up, we have special debuff. But the beam, the defense down is map weapon, so you cannot really support the attack using that. The attacker wise, we have melee, we have range, we have the Access Gundam. This one is kind of like unique. Like every single pilot will be strong on top of him. And then the tank, we only have double O Racer and RX-78. Okay, so that's the UR. Like very, very limited. You need to have all of them to be able to make Shippujinrai good. Because if not, if you only have 5 units, you cannot change your team. You know, there is no other options. If you are unable to do something, then that's it. You know, you cannot change your team. So in the SSR units, the only good ones are the Astaroth Origin, and after that the double O Racer again, and then if you SSP the Legend Gundam, that one's gonna be good. Yeah, that's it. See, you cannot make an SSR team out of the Shippujinrai. So yeah, it sucks. Using new SSR Zaku Origin. Yeah. So the thing is that it works perfectly in my team in here. You know why? Because I've already shown you guys yesterday, this Zaku Origin is the fastest SSR unit in this game right now. I don't know if he is faster than UR units, but most likely he will be, you know, because of the Shara's novel, this one. Whenever he is piloting the Char Zaku, look at that. His mobility is out of the roof. What the fuck? 14,800 mobility. And this is without the boost of the Master League. Look at that. His mobility is insane. Like, this will guarantee that this Zaku will always gonna move first, okay? Because Shara's novel, when on top of a specialized unit and mobile shoot Gundam the Origin, he gonna increase mobility by 15%. This is the most insane thing about Shara's novel, you know. And I just realized I am Shara's novel. I have so many, Xeon units in my team. So in Master League right now, SSR SSP is more stronger than UR 2-star. Yes, the next Master League, the SSR SSP will be stronger than UR. I don't know if it's gonna be stronger than 2-star UR, but it's definitely gonna be stronger than a 1-star UR. Okay, for sure. Just use my SV team piloted by 5 UR durability pilot. I usually do. Where does aerial defender come from? Is from development? No. It's a free unit from an event, you know. So I don't think you can receive him anymore. It's a limited time unit. It was panel. Yeah, it's a panel mission. Yeah, I might have and never noticed. The Alzeus on the defender pilot. What are your thoughts? Alzeus on the defender pilot. Does he have a heal? Let me check Alzeus. Zeus. Does he have the heal? Mobility? Nope, it sucks. Why do you want him on a durability pilot? The thing is that you need your vigor to be max or higher. So does he has an EFSF tech? He has an EFSF tech. So you do need Sibuk Arno to pilot this guy. Or, yeah, you need Sibuk Arno to pilot this guy. Otherwise, you will have a hard time getting him to supercharge, okay? And he will probably die before he reaches supercharge. I'm gonna try to make a team out of the Punjarai team. Like Speedy Zaku there. Let's say says the best pilot for the XS is Ito Suruki. Lol. Yeah, that's the worst. That's why. See, I told you. Like, I don't trust data that doesn't have any soul in it, you know. Like, in terms of stats, yes, in terms of stats, you know. But I've already shown you, Banana has the highest awakened stats on top of XS Gundam. And Banana attacks 3 times because of the support attack. So in total damage, Banana gonna deal higher damage than Ito Tsurugi. So probably Soseiji only counts a single attack coming out from both the unit and the pilot. So probably why Ito Tsurugi deals the highest damage in there. But if you count all 3 attacks of the Banana, then he will definitely on top. Okay. Really, it is, yeah. I'm gonna check if I have that aerial defender 5 times technically. Yeah, if you can manage to get the chance tap, then you know, he will be able to attack 5 times Banana on top of XS Gundam. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna tell you my strategy in here. You know, this is perfect. I don't know, like maybe in the future, if I ever get a specialized unit supporter, like the specialized unit is very versatile. It's just like the Psychomu for alternative series. Okay, the specialized unit, like a lot of series has specialized unit. The Mobile Fighter G Gundam, the Wing series, the Aerial series, the Barbatos series. They are all specialized units. So we have a lot of options in the specialized unit series, okay? In the specialized unit tank. And on top of that, this guy brings the SD Gundam, so more versatility. But I don't want to use the SD Gundam because if not, I can replace this with the Night Gundam, okay? In here, I can replace the Night Gundam. Where is the Night Gundam? There we go. I can put the Night Gundam. Now the Night Gundam, in terms of base stats, he has the highest survivability in both HP and defense. So if you upgrade him to the max, like if you SP convert him. But in this here, let me show you the strategy. Like, you know how I use the Calibate using the Suleta durability. Suleta durability right now is the best support defense on counter pilot. Okay. On top of being able to give, you know, MP up, the gun arm, she also has increased damage dealt to enemies by 15% and reduced damage taken by 15% on top of this support defense on counter. So not only surviving with defense 814, she can also deal damage back to her attacker, okay, because of this increased damage dealt and MP6 from the very beginning. So, on top of the Gundam Aerial rebuild, because this is an SSR only team, usually I will put her on the Caliban, but I will put her on here. I actually have another choice here. I can also put her on this unit. Ta-da! The Alfred Okay, this one technically is stronger than the Gundam aerial rebuild because of this high attack. Okay, and but I need to SSP upgrade him first. Okay, he's only ever been great when after SSP conversion. Look at that, range 225 using both range and awaken stats, critical damage by 25%, power 6060, and yeah. Attack and critical damage all increase attack. So I have a choice to use him, but I think the aerial rebuild is already good enough. You know, like this one, it's quite okay. Like because I don't use SSP conversion yet. You know, let me check the stats of the SSP conversion. Attack wise, this one has 1000 higher attack. This one's power also higher than the Alfred R. But I can only use range stats. Okay, critical damage 25%. So attack now. This one, the ability has some survivability in here, so not fully go all out damage. Okay, that's the aerial rebuild. But if I use Suleta durability, like she has. Yes, he has higher range stats, so it's all okay, you know. So that's my plan, you know. Like the Sharzaku here has the highest mobility in this game right now, so he will definitely move first, go into the front, attack the enemy, and then the enemy gonna counter attack him. Okay, so the aerial rebuild gonna support defense on counter on him and protect him, and instead of him getting the damage, the Sharzaku, the aerial rebuild will receive that damage. Okay, aerial rebuild gonna have a low HP now, so all the enemies now gonna move because Sharzaku gonna be the only fastest unit in here in my team. Like he is so much faster that he will leave everyone behind. So the enemy unit is gonna move next. Okay, they will all aim for my aerial rebuild because he has low HP. So my aerial durability here gonna protect him, and also my Barbatus gonna protect him. Okay, I'm using this Barbatus because just like the Asteron Hermit Crab, this guy has a natural healing. Okay, so with the natural healing, I do hope that after I protect my aerial rebuild, it doesn't change the enemy's target. Okay, because usually when the tank protects someone and he instead receives damage and get to low HP, the enemy will aim for my tank who already used the support defense. So with the heal, I do hope that the aim will not change from the aerial rebuild. And on top of that, after I finish protecting my allies, you know, I can also debuff my enemies with this. At least the physical weapons up by 30%, okay? And this one is just a bonus. But I do want to debuff my enemy, okay? In terms of durability also, in terms of survivability, because we are going to fight. I don't know if the enemy also gonna use SSR and below in the Master League. Like usually the developer loves to put a bot that doesn't follow the tag of the Master League. So if they don't follow the tag, then they're gonna use UR units, then the nano-laminate armor not gonna work. But if the enemy are all SSR units the same as me, then I can reduce the enemy's beam weapon, you know. So this Barbatus is quite okay. Alright. So, and I also already upgraded this guy, and that's all good. So he will do that. Just do that, okay? And then the next one, the tank will just protect my aerial rebuild. So the next one who gonna move is this freaking monster. Okay, so after, hopefully, because this is a support unit, hopefully I have higher mobility, you know, 12,000 mobility in there. This one, 11,000 mobility. So he will move first, and then debuff my enemy with the physical damage taken up. And so this guy will kill the enemy, you know, like finish them all off. Okay, and also with the double chance step, and bam, 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 and that's it. We're done. Okay, so that's the plan for this team. Looking really good. One chance step, 3 support. Wait, the 3 support is only when he is using the Unicorn Awaken. Yeah. Because of the 5 times is the first attack without anything. and then he kill his enemy, chance tap, another attack, that's twice, and then after that the support attack, and then the support attack. Oh yeah, that's 4. Okay, so it's 4 attack. Penjelasan update ML yang baru maksudnya apa bang? Hah? Yang ini nih. Let me just read the explanation. And I already told you what is the new Master League gonna be, but I'm gonna show you. Where is it? This one, right? But by the way, those adapt is from another gift. Yes, it's another gift. Where I miss out so much. Yes, you are. This one is to commemorate the Gundam Age again. Anyway, yes, I think I missed a lot when it was Sharuzaku SSR exists. That one just recently. You just do this one. The Sharuzaku is in here, the challenge stage. Okay, go finish this one and you will get a Sharuzaku on the very first stage. There we go. That's the Sharuzaku. Ta-da! Okay. Whenever the team has so much to overcome. I do have that area defense. Nice. Gonna land you are with the free tickets. Like, oh my god, you're so lucky. Okay, so let me read the notice. Okay, let's go to here. So yeah, that's such a really good team, you know. Like I just realized I use all of the free units there. Yeah, the one from free units from event, all of them. So where is it? This one about the special Golden Week Master League season 11 and a half Gundam fight. Okay, I don't know, is this the Master League season 11? Yeah, 11 and a half Gundam fight. The fight will begin on 1st of May. Okay, so it's after the season 11 went through halfway. I think it's after it's finished. Yeah. After the Master League season 11 finish, we're gonna have the next Master League, like it's 11 and a half. Okay, so we're gonna have 2 Master Leagues coming out. The first one is the normal Master League. We're gonna have the alternative series and Shippuden, right? Okay, and then after that, we gonna get the SSR and below tag or ultimate tag. Yeah, the ultimate is there. Okay, will be featured prominently in the special Golden Week Master League. Expect even greater stats be increases than before for units with those tags. Okay, so hopefully they can get stronger than even the UR units. Okay, even if a unit has multiple tags that will qualify, the I think this it's the same. Everything is the same. So, like for example, if you use a Shippuden and alternative series unit, they don't get boosted twice. Okay, they only got boosted once. Okay, so the space terrain is used for battle simulations. Okay, we already know it's gonna be in the space, and it's very consecutive national holidays from late April to early May in Japan. Okay, in the special Golden Week, players will earn fewer silver and gold Master League medals than in previous Master Leagues, but can earn SP conversion chips and SSR unit limit break materials as promotion rewards. So do join this one. We don't lose anything if we don't join this Master League anyway. So just join this, do everything every day. So I'm gonna be really busy on 23rd of April, like on the Master League season 11 until 11 and a half. We're gonna stream Gundam every single day. Oh my god, you guys are gonna be having so much fun. And I'm gonna die. I'm streaming every day. Okay, so normally League Shop purchases item limits reset when a new Master League starts, but they will not reset during season 11 and 5. Okay, so the shop will continue to 11 and 5. Otherwise, you're gonna be able to buy the material twice. Okay, so they don't want you to have that. Starting 16 of 4, the new that has been added. Okay, so yeah, that's it. So that's the news. Okay. How much do you think the increase is? We currently get a 50% boost, right, in the Master League. So I'll probably think it's gonna be a 75% stats boost. Okay, probably a 75%. so it will make them stronger. Then I think if you SSP convert an SSR unit, they will be equal to MLBUR units. Okay, that's probably, if I were the developer, I'm gonna make sure that's what happens. Okay, so SSP converted units is as strong as MLBUR units, so they can compete against the UR team. Okay, so that's my thought. Maybe I pity Freedom UR from the first unit assembly because I already had like 100 points there. I feel satisfied. Okay. Maybe having both Freedom and Justice UR. So you can get the ML coin twice. Yes, you can get the Masterly coin twice. Like, not twice, but 1.5. Okay. Because the reward from the Master League 11.5 is fewer than the standard Master League. But it is still, you still get coins there. Okay. So no complaint there. Yeah, so you will get 1.5 times coins than usual in the end of this month and the start of next month Master League. Okay, so yeah, looking at my team, I don't know, like it's kind of really good, you know. So I have high expectation on this one. Okay, so let's just go. Already upgraded him, right? Yeah. So look at that. Mobility 860. The highest mobility I can give to him. That's insane. He will move really fast. That's Char for you. Stream every day on Master League. Me like see you get headaches at them, but is that killing the whale? Because MLBUR same as SSP. Oh no. In terms of stats, MLBUR has the same stats as SSP unit, but the weapon power is totally different because the SSP converted units only have around 6,000 weapon power, while the MLBUR units, they have a 7,000 plus, even 7,500 weapon power for the melee units. So they will definitely deal different damage. But now, with the boost, okay, the difference in weapon power will probably be overcome by the SSP units having higher attack stats than the MLBUR units. Okay, that's what I hope. Yeah, that's what I hope from the boost. We get and nothing to lose in Master League. A bit more chill Master League. So I see now why we are getting 3 free SSR, getting materials to fully max damage for the 11.5 Master League. Yeah. So they give you a chance to actually, SP convert the units that you want to build. Okay, so do think about the team that you want to build, using the SSR units that you can get in here. So maybe for all the newer players, I'm gonna go through all the development diagram right now and tell you which one I do think gonna be really strong. Do you guys want to do that? Let's go. It's gonna take a while, but that's it. Like, we don't have anything much to do tonight anyway, so let's go to the Master League. This one. Hoping we can get at least 500 coins so I can change the supporter gear. Supporter gear, what do you mean? Though we need to prepare to see misses and dodges. Yeah, that one. So let's go to the development diagram. So starting from the very first one, okay, in here, nothing really worth mentioning in here. The G3 Gundam helps you a lot in PvE, but in PvP he doesn't have a 5-range weapon. Okay, so I don't think SSP converting him also gives him a 5-range weapon. Yeah. So he has a 4-range weapon. If you fight against enemies who has 5-range weapon, you are a sitting duck. Okay, so nothing really good in there. Just the tank, this one. So nothing also really good in that. The only one worth mentioning from the Mobile Suit Gundam development diagram is the Zeong. Okay, the Zeong is the only awakened unit in this series. Okay, so if you do have Char Zeong, the pilot, the UR pilot, you can use this Zeong in as an alternative to the UR Zeong. Okay, although he has lower attack stats, but with higher mobility, he will move first. But pros and cons. But yeah, I also don't really recommend SSP converting this guy, but this is just a last resort. Okay, the best thing about the Mobile Suit Gundam series is the Casval Gundam. Okay, the Casval Gundam again doesn't have a 5-range weapon, but because of how good he is, like you can throw one bird with 2 stones. Okay, so you can just upgrade this guy and clear both PvE and PvP stages. So this is a really good Gundam to be used in PvE because he can be used in a lot of expert Eternal Road stages. Okay. Next, we're going to the Mobile Suit Gundam Blue Destiny. Okay, from here, this one is OP. The Blue Destiny Unit 3 is the strongest SSR EFSF tank unit. Okay, this guy, the longer the battle goes on, the higher defense he gonna have. Okay, so in terms of a single hit taken from the enemy, the full armor Unicorn and the Unicorn Awakened is stronger than this guy, but after taking at least 2 or 3 hits, he is already stronger than the Unicorn. Okay, so in terms of just general survivability, the Blue Destiny Unit 3 is very worth SP converting. But whether it's good to SSP converting this guy, I'm gonna check his SSP conversion. Doesn't give him anything new, so do not SSP convert this guy. He gets a range 1 and 2 SSP weapon and he will never ever use that, so you do not need to SSP convert this guy. Okay, SSP conversion is already enough. This one is a really good melee Zeon unit, but I don't really recommend using a melee unit in PvP, so just keep that guy. So next, the Gundam Thunderbolt. In here, the full armor Gundam is not that good. Okay, what you want is the Psycho Zaku. If you do have Daryl UR, you already seen in my account, I SSP convert the Psycho Zaku. Really strong, because Daryl UR, when piloting the Psycho Zaku, he will have 900 range stats as a support pilot, meaning that he will attack 3 times with that 900 range stat. So even though he is a support pilot, when piloting the Psycho Zaku attacker, he will deal as much damage as an attacker pilot riding an attacker unit. So on top of that, he will attack 3 times. So the only problem with this guy again is that he doesn't have a 5-range weapon. That's it. Okay. So if you do have Daryl UR and you do want to make a team revolving around the Psycho Zaku, then yeah, you can do that. Now going into the Stardust memory in here, okay. The Stardust memory, this unit can deal very high damage, but then again, it's up to you. Like if you do want to have an EFSF unit that can hit from 5 range away, like this one is really great. Look at that, attack 10%, attack defense 7%, 2% or higher, critical rate by 20%. Okay, the only one that is better than him in the same series is the GP01FB. The only problem is that the GP01FB is slower than this guy and can only be used in space, while this one deal a little bit lower damage than the GP01FB, but he can be much more versatile. Okay, so this is the GP04. If you do have an EFSF pilot, a really good one like Shiromada and Amuro Attacker, even though Amuro Attacker doesn't have a high range stats, but he does have a double chance step. So if you can kill your enemy, he can be your sweeper, so that can be your guy. But the best price actually comes from this guy. Like this one is really optional. like because of this, transform when figure is max or higher once per battle. So if you do put how to say, like lane, not lane, Sibuk Arno, if you do have Sibuk Arno, then you can use him to cheat that. Okay, the thing is that the cheat that ability on SSR and below units are all require vigor max or higher. So you cannot be as good as the Zeong UR or the Dendrobium UR. So this is your best choice on the cheat that ability. Okay, the next cheat that ability is on the double O. No, double, that's the UR unit. Okay, so this is gonna be your cheat that option for the SSR and below tag. But then again, kind of like situational, so yeah, I don't recommend SSP converting this guy or even building this guy, but it's an option to think about. Okay. The Newizel, this one not really that great. Oh yeah, this is the GP01FP. Okay, the one I mentioned just now. So, but I kind of liking the versatility of this guy. Okay, so it's up to you whether you want this guy who deals a little bit higher damage than the GP04 or you want versatility more. Okay, so there is that. And then going into the Zeta Gundam in here. Okay, in here, the good ones is this one. This is the best one. The Psycho Gundam has always been one of the really strong EFSF tank. Okay, and he has a lot of tanks. You know, you can use him in Psychomu, Tough as Nails, New Tank Machine. Okay, and using an EFSF pilot. Okay, so really strong but very slow. But if you do fight against another SSR enemies, then you do have an eye field, which is a really strong ability to have against, non-UR enemies. So this is an insanely strong tank, and he can also transform. Okay, so he can be in atmospheric too, so very versatile. Okay, and the rest is so. You know. If you do have Asuna, then you can also pilot this guy, the Zeta Gundam. This one is quite okay, really great debuffer, although he gets overshadowed by this thing. Okay, so if you do want to go all out, then I do recommend to just build this instead of the standard Zeta Gundam. Okay, this one is the very best support ultimate unit in this game. Okay, so because he can be piloted by Asuna, Camille, and also Judao, and he can fulfill all three roles. He can be an attacker, he can be a support, he can be a tank, because he is a support unit. He has all stats balanced, and he has a 5 range weapon. Okay, so in terms of attack, also very high in here, especially if you fight against Mobile Suit Z Gundam. Okay, so definitely an insanely strong unit to build. Okay, and that's it. If you do want to go even further, like DO is one of the highest HP tank in this game, but only if you do SP convert this guy. Okay, like look at that, 132,000 HP. Okay, and with a preemptive strike weapon. Okay, so that is also an option. The only downside of DO is that he doesn't have a shield defense mechanism. So, but still, even without this shield defense mechanism, his survivability is above average. Okay, so it's already enough. Okay. The problem is that he is a Titan unit, and we don't have a durability Titan pilot. Okay, so you have to use any other pilot. Now going to the double Z, in the double Z, the unit that is worth mentioning is the Game Out. Okay, this is your option for a Neo Zeong unit. So if you do have a Neo Zeong pilot like Haman Sama or Sharas Nabal, then you can use the Game Out to be piloted by those two. Okay, the Game Out has a 5 range weapon naturally, and if you do SP convert this guy, he is just as good as the new Gundam. Okay, the new Gundam and the game arc just goes side by side. The game arc has a little bit higher HP, while the new Gundam has a little bit higher damage. But they both feels almost the same. Okay. Now the next best one in here is this one, the Queen Manta. This is basically the Psycho Gundam for the Neo Zeon. Again, the problem is that for the Psycho Gundam, you can use EFSF pilot to pilot that guy. This one, we don't have a UR Neo Zeon durability pilot. Okay, so this guy doesn't have a pilot. But in everything, this guy is basically a Psycho Gundam for a Neo Zeon. Okay, and he even has a 5-range weapon. Okay, so if you want to counterattack your enemy attacking you, then this guy can do it, while the Psycho Gundam cannot, unless you SSP convert the Psycho Gundam. Okay, in here, just ignore this guy. Okay, that's the worst ultimate unit you can ever see. Going into the Char's counterattack in here, the very best unit in here is this guy. Okay, the High New Gundam is one of the strongest EFSF tank. So depending on the text you need, okay, just like the Blue Destiny is a one-shot killer. This is a Psychomu and new type machine. So if you use a Psychomu or new type machine tag, then go for this guy. If you use a one-shot killer, then go for the Blue Destiny. They are just basically, your go-to EFSF tank. Okay, the High New Gundam is insanely strong too. He has a fin final barrier, reducing beam range weapon damage taken by 40% in case you fight against another SSR enemies. Okay, so the next one is the new Gundam. This is the EFSF version for Game Arc. Okay, and also the thing about new Gundam and Game Arc, they both uses Awaken weapon. Okay, that's why they can be piloted by Haman, by Char, and then by Amuro Attacker for this one. So we don't really have that many units who uses Awaken weapon, so that's why most of them are among the Psychomu units and the new type machines. If you do have those Awaken pilots, you do want to find all of those units who uses Awaken weapon. Okay, so this is one of them. The thing is that he is actually worse than most of the other attacker, like the Legend Gundam, the Dragoon Strike, basically any other attacker to be SSP converted. But he is your only choice in the new type machine tag. Okay, because in the new type machine tag, the only attacker you can build is this guy and the Game Arc. The full armor double Z Gundam, but the full armor double Z Gundam uses range stats. Okay, so yeah, you don't have any other option in here. That's why. But only if you use a new type machine supporter. Okay. Hoping we can get a little. Well, you also have the infamous Haro Urban Legend Dog. Will Stella be a good pilot to having 1,000 reaction? Yes, but no, because Stella requires to be at supercharged to get that 1,000 reaction stats. So unless she moves first, she won't get that 1,000 reaction stats. But what you need the reaction for is to move first. So it's like chicken and egg problem, you know. You need her to move first in order to get higher reaction, but she needs the reaction in order to move first. Okay, so that's the thing about Stella. Question: what is stopping us from making a UR unit with very high mobility and using a pilot with very high reaction? The tech, most of the time. The tech is the problem most of the time. So if you do want to make a unit that has the highest speed in this game, I think the highest one, I don't know who has the highest reaction stats. Let me consult with Sausages. Whether the guy likes sausages or not is still a mystery. Let me go pilot. Character. Okay, table. Reaction. Ta-da! Okay. So Rondomina can only pilot orb, and we don't really have a fast orb unit, you know. Like definitely MLBUR unit has the highest stats. Okay, so we are looking for a support unit UR. Okay, a support UR unit. So Rondomina doesn't have Tifa. If we are talking about Tifa, then I am putting her on the Vertigo. Okay, so the Vertigo is the SSR version of the support unit that you can use to get the highest reaction. So yeah, if you do want to use Tifa and Vertigo, this can also go really fast. Okay. And then after that, your other option is Sibuk Arno. Okay. So Sibuk Arno is an EFSF pilot. So now we're talking. Okay, if in the EFSF unit you have a lot of units to choose from, and the fastest among them is the new Gundam. Tada! So if you do want to have the fastest unit possible to move first in Master League, then put Sibuk Arno on new Gundam. Okay. It's gonna be the fastest, but I do have another option in here. You know, like Stella technically has 1,000 reaction, but only when she is supercharged. So the next option is actually, where is she? I'm looking at that woman from G-Quax. What is that woman from G-Quax? What's her name? Let me go back to the game. What's her name? This woman in here. Hey, wait, no. This one. Okay, so I don't know her reaction. Let me check first. If I maximum upgrade reaction 521. Yeah, I think she will lose to Sibuk Arno. Like Sibuk has 800, right? 300 reactions. That's difference is just too much. Why I'm looking at her? Because she is one of the rare pilot, just like Sharazabel, who increase mobility when having the affinity tag. Okay. So she has mobility increased by 10%, but I think the mobility 10% not gonna overcome the 300 reaction difference coming from Sibuk Arno. Okay, so Sibuk Arno piloting the new Gundam gonna be the fastest unit in this game. If you do want to be the fastest, okay, gotta go fast. And what if like the C with their 50% damage reduction? Yes, C Gundam gonna be insanely strong. Okay, against the SSR units. But the thing is that it's not guaranteed that you gonna face against SSR units, you know. There's nothing stopping your enemy to just ignore the Master League boost and use the UR unit, okay? Because UR unit still has absolute hit weapon. So if you are tired of seeing misses and evasions, then just go back to the old and reliable UR units, okay? Yep, Blue Desert 3 my instant SP. There is no damage reduction now, no absolute hit. Yeah, I wonder if someone will build the full ultimate OSKT on the 1.5 Master League. I don't know. Yeah, we will see if there's anybody doing that. How is Game Mark with full frontal? Oh, that one is really good. Yeah. Game Mark can be piloted by full frontal, making him insanely good for the SSR Neo Zeon unit, like the Sazabi alternative, basically. Sazabi and Kubali. So that's the game Mark. Okay. So coming back into here, we've already talked about this one. Okay, that's the new Gundam, the new Type Machine version of the game Mark. Now the rest is not worth mentioning, you know. The Nightingale is quite okay, but then again, the range problem, you know. You better off just build the new Gundam rather than this guy, and also the Gaymalk. Although he has the rival tag, while the Gaymalk is not considered either the protagonist or rival. Okay, the Gaymalk is just a nobody, okay, and this one just ignore. Okay, that's totally useless. Now going into the unicorn here. In the unicorn tag, we have this guy, okay, the full armor unicorn Gundam, the very best unit to be piloted by Ride Marcianas. If you do have Ride as your pilot, then do use that guy or this guy, okay? The only difference between the Unicorn Gundam Destroy Mode and the Full Armor Unicorn is the tag, okay? This one is a one-shot killer, Psychomu new type machine. This one is a unstoppable Psychomu Ace unit, okay? So depending on the tags that you use, you should just build either one. They are insanely good piloted by Ride Marcianas. Ride Marcianas is also a limited time pilot, so you have yourself a really strong NTD tank. And the advantage of the NTD tank is that NTD gives you this thing. When taking damage from a special weapon, reduce enemy awakened by 30%. Okay, so instead of reducing the unit's damage, you actually reducing the stats of the enemy's pilot. So that's what makes the unicorn tank insanely strong. If you fight against enemies that uses, awakened stats, then their damage is basically reduced by 30%, and this doesn't get blocked by the the weapon attribute nullified, because this is not weapon attribute. This straight up reduce the enemy's pilot stats. That's why this unit has been my very strongest new type machine tank. Okay. So this is the Unicorn Gundam, and the Full Armor Unicorn is the same. Okay, this is basically the very same unit. Okay, and he even has an advantage against Neo Zeon. Okay, so if you fight against enemy in Neo Zeon, then the Full Armor Unicorn is even stronger. Okay, so those are two. The rest you can just ignore. In here we do have the Sinanju is okay. He has very high attack, but then again it comes back to the weapon range. Okay, he only can attack from 4 range away, making him, if you cannot hit your enemy, then you basically deal 0 damage. Okay, so going next, it's the Neo Zeon. So this is the big version of the game arc. Okay, so depending on the tag that you use, okay, this is a Psychomu and Unstoppable and Neo Zeon. So for me, because I'm using a new type machine tag, then I go for the game arc. If you do use Psychomu, Mono Eye, Rival, Unstoppable, then, and if you have Haman Sama or Shara's Noble Pilot or Full Frontal, then you use this guy. Okay, the Neo Zeon is insanely strong. Okay, look at that. Fire Funnel build range 5, and you can also use your range stats to do this. But the problem is that the Full Frontal, I forgot, Full Frontal is a melee pilot. Okay, so be careful when using him. Yes, he can attack 3 times because of the support attack, but using him on game arc and the Neo Zeon will deal lower damage because he doesn't have high range and awaken stats. Okay, so be careful with that. How is game arc with no, I seem to remember the G-Quack being fast as 5 as well. No, the G-Quack is not. So this one, the ultimate unit, the Gundam Delta Kai, is basically a stronger Bjarlan custom. Okay, so if you do like this unit, then you can go all out on this guy. And look at this, increase own accuracy and evasion by 10% and increase awaken by 30. This increases your pilot stats. Okay, so this is an EFSF unit. You can put banana on this guy, increasing your awaken stats even further. So quite an okay unit. Problem is that your awakened weapon is this one, not your strongest one. Okay, so but still, like this is an ultimate attacker unit. So if you want to go that path, then yeah, go ahead and build the Delta Kai. But for me, I just want to save up my material and just SP convert the Bjarlan custom is already enough. Okay, I don't even need to SSP convert him. Like he gets a melee weapon instead. Now going into the Hathaway, both of these units are insanely OP. Okay, So this guy, the Penelope, you've already seen him in the previous Masterly. If SSP converted, this unit is a freaking monster. Okay, so there is the Penelope, although that is mostly because the enemy has MLB supporter. Okay, so if you are the one who use this unit, he's not gonna be as strong as the enemy you are facing in the Master League. That kind of problem, you know, like if you play fighting games, the enemy when you're fighting them is a freaking insanely OP enemy, but after you get him as a playable character, then he becomes a baby. That kind of meme, you know. But this is your option, you know. If you do want the Penelope, his text is also quite versatile, you know. This is a rare EFSF unit that also has a rival tank. Okay, that's why in the previous Master League, he is the only attacker EFSF unit you can use in the rival tank Master League battle. Okay, so is that the Penelope, and then the Sea Gundam is also freaking insane, you know. Like this guy has the ability that gives him an advantage against EFSF. Okay, so when you fight against EFSF enemy, then he will get even stronger. Okay, so you can use him tank, but I don't know, like Mafty. I think we just recently got an SSR Mafty tank pilot, right? Yeah. So use them on the Sea Gundam if you do want to build the Hathaway series team. But there are an even better option. So just the Penelope is the one that is very worth investing on. Okay, so going into the Mobile Fighter G Gundam, in here the very best one is this one. Okay, among all the SSP converted unit, this is one of the very worth to be SSP conversion. Why? Because when we go to here, let me show you. Okay, so when you see other units getting SSP converted, okay, they mostly get a new weapon. This guy has a new ability. Look at that. The ability got upgraded. So he increased maximum HP, defense, and then when enemy attacks from 4 spaces or more, reduce damage taken by 20%. Okay, so this is what makes the God Gundam a god. Okay, because this reduce the EX weapon damage. Okay, because this is not weapon attribute reduction. So this affects EX weapon, and you know, like just like any other normal units, the ability only increase one stats at a time. Okay, so when you SSP convert this freaking guy, the maximum HP and defense goes into the first ability. Now he has a heal, and on top of that, his reduced damage taken increased by another 10%, making him one of the hardest tank to kill once SSP converted. Okay, and also on top of all that, he gets a new preemptive strike weapon you can use from 4 range away. Okay, so this guy, I've already made a video in my channel. Put Domon Kasu on this guy, the UR Domon Kasu, and you basically can one-shot your enemy using a tank unit. That's how freaking strong this guy is. Okay, so yeah, this is your god. Okay, do not forget. So very worth it, and he can also be used in atmospheric once you SSP convert him. Okay, so next is I do want to mention this one. Yeah, the Dark Gundam first. The Dark Gundam is the unit in the Mobile Fighter G Gundam who has very high attack stat. Look at that, 13,896, and you know, he, thanks to all this attack increase and also the weapon, he can deal very high damage, and his best pilot is actually Master Asia. So if you do have Master Asia, then piloting this guy, he will deal insanely strong damage using this Dark Finger, although most of the time you're gonna use the Mega Devil Flash because you cannot reach your enemy, but it's already enough, you know. And he has a map weapon, a 360 map weapon that is quite rare for an SSR unit to have. So, and he can also heal himself every turn. So that one is your standard go-to unit for the Mobile Fighter G Gundam. And the next one worth mentioning is the Grandmaster Gundam, because he is one of the rare unit who has 2 weapon attribute. Okay, this one, if you manage to debuff your enemy with physical damage taken up and special damage taken up, his damage will get tripled. Okay, so problem is that it is a support unit, so he doesn't have high attack to begin with. So I just want to mention that he gets a triple bonus from full debuff, but that's it. So yeah, those are the 3 units you want to see. Now the Urube Gundam, this one is a special damage taken up debuffer, but it's only ever worth using if you upgrade him to Ultimate 2, because only then you will have a 5 range weapon. Before that, your weapon is only at 4 range. Okay, so it's not worth using the Urube Gundam at Ultimate 1, but you need to invest in here. And until now, we don't have a support pilot on the Mobile Fighter G Gundam series. Okay, so we still need to wait until the day we can finally get a support pilot on the Mobile Fighter G Gundam, like a UR support pilot. Okay, the good ones. The Almond God Gundam is for defense. Yes, it's for defense. You kill me, who decided that? Seems the best SSP are the lead MS from all series. Most of the time, yes. Always don't have Domon UR. Yeah, then don't upgrade that guy. Okay, if you don't have Domon UR. So going to the Wing Gundam in here, the only one worth to build, just this guy. Yeah, just the Wing Gundam 0, but it's already being replaced by the Endless Vault. So there's nothing worth building in this one. Let's just go straight to the Endless Vaults. Everything now is in here. Okay, so among this list, the very best one is these 3. Okay, the Wing Gundam prototype Proto Zero. This one is your attacker. Okay, this is just like your SR Freedom, but with but only have a map weapon if you do invest on SSP converting this guy. Okay, because when you SSP converting this guy, he get a map weapon that looks like this. Okay, so this one is quite okay. Ammo is 2, and you also have a 5 range weapon with power 6000. Okay, so but if you do only SP convert him, at least he still have a 5 range weapon. Okay, so the advantage of this guy is that this is a 0 system, so he can be piloted by Hero Yui UR. Okay, so Hero Yui UR can pilot all these units. Okay, but most of them uses melee stats. This one melee, this one melee, the Epion melee. Okay, so these 2 are support, so your go-to attacker will be just this guy. Okay, this is your only option, but it's still okay if you use a support unit piloted by Hero Yui, even though you don't have high attack. But this Wing Gundam 0 is a natural 6 range, has a natural 6 range weapon because of this ability. And Hero Yui, because this is a 0 system, when it's time for you to move, you will go supercharged anyway, because he has MP up skill and MP up ability. So you will go supercharged, increase your beam range by 1, and you will be able to use this weapon from 6 range away. Okay, although this is a green weapon, but at least you can poke your enemy. Okay, that's the advantage of this guy, but without the damage. Okay, now this guy, the Tallgeese 3, is a tank for the Endless Vault series. He has quite a good ability. You know, you see, maximum HP defense 10%. You see, like usually abilities only increase one stats at a time. This guy has 4 HP defense, mobility, evasion. So in terms of stats, this guy has above average total stats. So if you use a tank pilot on this guy, then it is your go-to tank for the Wing Gundam series. Okay, so that's all this. But if you do have other options, you know, other units is better than him. Okay. Now the ultimate, that one is okay. So if you do want to use him, then it's up to you. But I don't really like using a melee unit in PvP unless I do need the damage. Okay, so usually a melee unit is used if you cannot kill the enemy tank, because melee unit generally deal higher damage than range unit. Okay, but that one is up to your personal preference. You know, only if you struggle killing the enemy's tank, then you just find the strongest melee unit that you can build in your tank. Usually if you have like for example the ultimate unit, the melee one, I think it's only Epion. Yeah, Epion is the only ultimate melee. So that one is okay, but his requirement is that only one-on-one fight to be able to bring out his full strength. So one of the very best one to do that is the Barbatus, and then the Destiny Impulse, and then another unit to deal very high melee damage is the Goof, and then after that the Ultron. Oh yeah, Ultron, I forgot to mention the Ultron just now. This one is a melee attacker, right? Yeah, look at that. Ultron is a melee attacker who can attack from 5 range away. So yeah, if you do have a melee pilot, then you can actually somehow use this guy. Okay, but I think we don't have a UR pilot for melee in the Wing Endless Waltz yet. So yeah, that's the only unique thing about Ultron, and also the Shenlong Gundam. No. Yeah, the Ultron, both the Endless Waltz and the normal Ultron. Okay, so going into the Gundam X, in this one you do have this guy, you know, the G Falcon DX. Problem is that his strongest weapon can only be used when you are attention max or greater. So you cannot really use Garrot on this guy, and you can only use Elan Ceres to be able to maximize his damage on both the map weapon and the 5 range weapon. Okay, they both require tension max or greater. But if you want to use Elan Ceres, then you can use that unit. Okay, the alternative attacker that you can use in the Mobile Gundam X here is the Gundam Leopard Destroy and the Virzago. They both have a 5 range weapon. You know, the Virzago has a 5 range weapon even before SSP conversion. The Leopard, you need to SSP convert this guy first before you get a 5 range weapon. Okay, but they both has high attack stats, so that one is quite okay. The best one in the Gundam X is the Asteron Hermit Crab. This is one of the only 2 natural units who has heal. If we are talking about an SSR unit that gets a heal after you SSP convert them, we have the God Gundam and the Dark Gundam. Okay, so there are only 4 units SSR who can heal themselves when below 50% HP. The first one is this Asteron, the next one is the Barbatus support, the one I'm using in my team, and then the God Gundam after SSP, and then the Dark Gundam after SSP. The Dark Gundam durability. So those are the only ones who can heal. So this one is definitely a good choice if you do want to have a tank that can heal in your lineup. Okay, the Asteron Hermit Crab is quite a strong pilot. And then the Vertigo, this is the only new type machine in the alternative series. Okay, so And on top of that, he is the best when piloted by Tifa Deal. Tifa is a durability pilot who has very high awaken stats. So this is also just happened to be the only unit in the Gundam X who uses awaken weapon. So it's just perfect, okay? You can, if you do want to use Tifa Deal to use AoE Force Guard buff to all of your allies, not all of your allies, but to nearby allies, then I do recommend to upgrade the Vertigo so you have high mobility, move first, buff your allies first, and then deal damage using Tifa's awaken stats. Okay, on top of being able to at least support defense once. Okay, take one hit from the enemy and that's it. You can still survive. Okay, the ultimate unit here, the Belphegor, is insanely strong. If you do want to build this guy, then yeah, he's, I think, one of the strongest attacker in this game. Not strongest, I mean like the one that deal almost the highest damage, but then you don't really have an actual pilot for this guy. If you do want to use a pilot that has the G generation tech, then one of the good one is, what is that woman? What is that woman? This one? No, not this one. This one. Yeah, it's this one. This is the pilot for Belphegor. If you want to build her, because he has a boost critical. Because Belphegor uses critical damage, and she is also the only melee attacker pilot from G Generation series. If you do want to match the tank, otherwise just slap a Mikazuki on the Belphegor. That's it. If you do have Mikazuki, then just slap that one. Yeah, just put this guy. Is enough. Okay. So yeah, that's the Belphegor. Okay. If you do want to have a hard-hitting melee unit. Now going into the Gundam seat in here, it's a very unique one because you know, one of the best one from this series is the SR Freedom. Okay, there are a couple of the previous one actually, but I don't recommend you upgrading him, which is this one. Okay, if we are going back into the Double Z, these two units is actually on par with the SR Freedom. Problem is that his pilot is Camille Biran, okay, and he is a limited pilot. Like he is so far behind that it's the second banner that came out in this game. So not many players have him, so that's why I don't recommend building him. This one, at the very least, you have the Kira Yamete, okay, the Kira Yamete support to pilot on the Freedom Gundam. Okay, this one, the strength of the SR Freedom is on the map weapon. Okay, he has a 3 ammo map weapon, quite rare for a unit to have a 3 ammo map weapon. Okay, so that's the only strength of the Freedom Gundam, the SR Freedom. Now in here, the only one you worth building so much is the Dragoon Strike. Although it doesn't have a pilot yet, but his attack is very much worth it. Look at that. When SSP converting, he got a new ability that increased his attack by a lot. So he is now worth using after the SSP convert this guy, because he finally get a 5 range weapon with 6000 weapon power and uses awaken stats. So I think awaken stats you can use Roller Crusade to pilot this guy, And also you can just use Amuro attacker on this guy. Yeah, just slap Amuro attacker on this one, or Shara Stumble. Okay, you can use Shara Stumble to pilot this guy. And that's it. That's the Dragoon Strike. Very worth our SSP converting. So just take a look at the tag, see which one suits your supporter. Okay, and you just take all of the knowledge you hear in this channel right now and choose the very best one you can use. Usually you need to have the pilot first, okay, to be able to make good use of them. So in here, the Legend Gundam is the same. No, this is the Providence. The Providence is the tank first. Yeah, the Legend is on the next. The Providence Gundam is the tank for the Seed series. So if you have no other choice, just go for the Providence. This guy only strength is just high HP and that's it. Okay, he's just a punching bag. Okay, but he's a really good punching bag. That's all. Okay, the ultimate, this one, the Super Hyperion Gundam is a really strong tank, mostly because his skills. This one, when enemy attacks with ranged weapon, reduce damage taken by 20%. So this reduce the damage of EX weapon. Okay, so this is the strength of the Super Hyperion Gundam, but until now we only have Andrew Waldfeld to pilot this guy. Okay, wait, not Andrew, like not even Andrew can pilot this. Yeah, Andrew is an orb. Yeah, we don't have a pilot for this guy. Just who is that? This guy. This is the only pilot for Super Hyperion Gundam. Well, neither. Okay, so if you want to use the Super Hyperion Gundam, this is your pilot, but he can only support defense once. So yeah, it's up to you to use that one or not. Now going into the Gundam Seed Astra. Wait, have I finished? Yeah, I finished this one, right? So going into the Astra. SSP heavy arms good? No. Yeah, because it's a support unit, okay? Unless you don't have any other choice in the support, like if you are using the Wing Gundam supporter and you don't have any other support unit to debuff your enemy, then yeah, go for the heavy arms. But it's not a unit that is worth investing on. Like in the future, you don't really use him anyway. Okay. My arms are itchy. Should I put UR Setsuna defender on the defenders or the attackers? I'm afraid my double will die because of support defense. Yes, the attacker will definitely die because most of the time, if you put a durability pilot on an attacker and support unit, you do want them to only have a single support defense. Otherwise, if you take 2 hits from your enemy, it will guarantee your death. No matter how strong your attacker is or your support unit is, you cannot take more than 1 hit from your enemy. Only a durability unit can do that. Okay. So putting Setsuna durability on an attacker, you have double support defense, you're definitely gonna die. Okay. So put Setsuna defender on the double eraser durability. Otherwise, yeah, you can actually try putting him on the double eraser final battle mode, the SSR one. But yeah, most likely he's gonna die. Did bias is showing on Dragoon Strike, lol. Yeah, SF Kira is good for Dragoon Strike, right? Not really, because the Strike Freedom Kira doesn't have high awaken stats. That's the problem with Kira, okay? Kira is not a good pilot because his stats, well, he has high awaken actually. Yeah, you can use it. But he doesn't have the affinity tank, you know? Like, the Dragoon Strike is not a norm. So you will definitely die from enemy's attack. Like, you're gonna be very, very paid. But yes, in terms of damage, you can just use him. But if you don't have the affinity tag, why not just use Shara's double? It's an even better pilot. You see, if you don't follow the tag, then Shara's double is a better awakened pilot than Kirayamete. Okay. Or if you do aim for the limited stats of the increased damage dealt level 4 instead of level 3, then the Amuro attacker has the level 4. Okay, he is a much better awakened pilot. See, it just has good units in general. Can I use the SR00X? Yeah, I SP bot because of bias. The SR00 and X, yeah, they're quite okay. You know, like when I go to the double, I'm gonna mention them. Okay, because basically just my God Gundam defending pilot. God Gundam defending pilot. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, because he has the critical boost, right? Hey, wait, no. Nika durability doesn't have a critical boost. Why do you put him then? Yeah, he also doesn't get the critical rate increase. So why do you even put him? Oh yeah, because you don't have the God Gundam durability pilot. I rather probably... I mean, if you do want the melee stats, but I think putting Duo or Gaelio on top of the God Gundam will result in a better one, in a better result, like because you can damage back your enemy. But still, yeah, it's up to you. Like if you do want survivability, just slap EO Flaming. If you do want to deal damage back, then use Duo or Gaelio. Yeah, anything can do. How's it going, Frank? Good question. Did you manage to pull the XS Gundam? No. A very, very short answer. There is no point in having double UR without Setsuna UR. No, you can put the Setsuna attacker on top of the double O Racer UR. Okay, but you cannot do the other way around. Like you cannot really put the Setsuna durability on the attacker Axia. The attacker Axia gonna die. Akira is better off on something like an SSR rebuild if you are ignoring tanks. SSR rebuild. Which one? The aerial rebuild, is it? You mean the aerial rebuild? Aerial rebuild, you better off just put Soleta. Or Elan Ceres. So going again, we're gonna talk about the Seed Astray. In the Seed Astray, nothing is worth building. The Astray Gold Frame is actually a good unit, but in terms of map weapon, okay? So in terms of PvP, this is not a PvP unit, that's it. So yeah, nothing really worth building in there, because we are talking about Master League right now, okay? So that's that. And then going to here, the Seed Destiny, we do have this one. This is the Destiny Gundam, the tank from the Seed Destiny. The pilot, you have the SSR pilot. Who's the name? The Reza Burel. You can put him on top of this Destiny Gundam. That's gonna be your Seed Destiny tank. Then the Legend Gundam is the Dragoon Strike for the Seed Destiny. Basically, you can use the Reza Burel attacker on top of this guy. So, but you need to SSP convert this guy, okay? Again, check your tag first to see whether you can put him in your team or not, okay? And then we go to here, then we have a lot of good ones in here, okay? So in terms of tank, rather than upgrading the Destiny, then I recommend you to just upgrade this guy, because this guy is insanely strong. He has this one, reduce beam weapons damage by 50%. So if we happen to fight against SSR enemies, then this gonna be insanely strong, okay? But do take into account, okay, go to the Master League first before you upgrade him. Go to the Master League first, check if the bot still using UR units, then there is no point of this ability, okay? But if the bot is following the rules and uses SSR units only, then this is going to be your strongest tank. Okay, so there is that. Yeah, the weapon doesn't matter, you know. It's just you gonna reduce the enemy's damage by 50%. That's a lot, you know. It's a half of the enemy's attack. Okay, so among these units, like all of them are good, but this one is a melee. So again, if you do need to kill the enemy's tank, then yeah, build this guy. But I do recommend you to just build a Destiny Impulse for that job. This one is an insanely strong unit. He has a 5 range weapon and also high attack stats. Okay, so this is an orb unit, so you can slap your Kirayamete attacker on this guy. Okay, this is your Kirayamete SSR alternative units. Okay, so the strike freedom. Then goes to the Infinite Justice Gundam. This is your debuffer, a map weapon debuffer and a barrage. This one, a beam weapons damage and a debuff. Okay, so if you do need debuffing your enemy, then this is your guy, but most of the time you just deal damage to your enemy. Then this one, Strike Freedom Gundam, is one of the rare support unit who instead has high attack. So if you do want to use an orb unit, again piloted by Kirayamete, and you want to move faster than the enemy, then put him on this one. Okay, although you won't deal as much damage as the Strike Freedom Meteor, but at least this guy is one of the support unit who has the highest attack stats. What is his height? Where is his attack stats? Let me check. Ta-da! 9688. And when figure is max or higher, increase attack by 10%. Okay, so he is one of the rare support unit who has high attack. On top of that, look at that. He has a freaking 6400 weapon power. Okay, so that's what makes him able to deal very high damage. Yeah, so this is the Strike Freedom Gundam. Okay, and even if you just SP convert this guy, he has a 6000 weapon power. As a support pilot, a support unit, you know. Hey, thanks for the subscribe. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's very rare for a unit to have a 6000 weapon power, so this is one of the support unit that has it. Okay, so any pilot beside the Setsunas are not compatible with double OR. Because I put another defense pilot on double OR, it didn't do well. What pilots would you recommend SP enhancing first? Okay, that one, I have a couple of pilots, so you can try it. Okay. The very first one, if you have no idea who to SP convert on pilot, do SP convert Elan Ceres. Okay, that's the very best pilot to SP convert. Did C Gundam strong for Ace unit team, or you have another suggest with similar Gundam? In Ace unit team, you do have the Astaroth Origin. Okay, you do have an Astaroth Origin. Oh yeah, we're only talking about development diagram. We haven't talked about the Gacha units yet. Oh my god, we're gonna be in here all night long. More so in a generic mix attacker set. The C Gundams, I will save up SSP for Meteors. I'm saving up SSP until the little movie come out, at least 5. We're waiting for narrative. ISP the Setsuna S2 SR. Oh yeah, the Setsuna SR. Yes, that one is good. So that is the orb. The ultimate unit, this one, I thought it's gonna be really great, but apparently, he is so-so. So if you do need a tank from the orb series that can be piloted by Andrew Waldfeld for the support defense counter, then this is your guy, okay? But I think that one is already better. Yeah, this is all, so do not upgrade that guy. So this guy, in theory, I did theory craft on this guy, you know, because he has an advantage against Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Destiny, and we all know in Master League, everywhere we go, this freaking guy is always gonna be there. So I thought, using this guy will end up having a better survivability than the Shiranui Akatsuki. Also because Shiranui's Akatsuki beam weapon reduction 50% doesn't work against the enemy strike freedom UR. So I thought this guy is gonna be a better choice. But apparently he is not that, he's not that far ahead. You see, so he does survive much better than the Shiranui Akatsuki when hit by the enemy strike freedom, but still he dies in 3 hits. Shiranui Akatsuki dies in 3 hits. Okay, he just have a little bit higher HP left on when the enemy attack him on the 3rd time. Okay, that's all. Okay, so it's better to just go for the Shiranui Akatsuki. Okay, after testing. So that is the seed testing. Now going into the double O, this one, obviously go all out on this guy. If you have Setsuna attacker and Setsuna durability, just go all out on this guy. Okay, this is a freaking OP unit. Okay, on top of being able to attack from 5 range using a melee stats, he also has a freakingly high attack stats. Look at this, attack increase 10%, attack increase 10%, and also a GN field helping you survive against enemy SSR units, and there is a shield defense mechanism can be used in atmospheric. Okay, so as long as you have the tech in here, you can just go with this guy. Okay, so this is your very best attacker choice basically. This one, I don't think this is a really good option. Like there's nothing really special about this guy except for being able to attack from 5 range away, and that's it. Has a defense down. Yeah, it's just a defense down debuffer. But the thing is that we don't really have a good support pilot on the Celestial Being. So you better off just choose other unit and pilot to be your debuffer. Okay, so we do have this one. The Seravi is actually a better support unit from the 00 series, mainly because he has a cheat that ability. At least if you manage to move first and goes to supercharge, then you are able to stop the enemy's double chance stack, okay, from killing you. That's all. Okay, so those are the only 2 units that is worth mentioning. The Cherudim also, this one, the one we get from the Grand Offensive is a much better one, I think. So just wait for that one. This one, from the enemy side, the only one worth mentioning is just this guy. This guy, Ragnan, has a really good map weapon. This is a huge map weapon. Okay, 6x4 squares, and it goes up to a level 5 defense down, so you can debuff a lot of enemies using a level 5 debuff, which is the highest among the SSR units. Okay, so the Ragnan, that's all. Okay, the rest, if we are talking about this one, the Exia durability, this one is quite okay. Like if you want to use the Setsuna durability to pilot a durability unit, then this is the closest you can get for him. Because as a durability pilot, you do want to follow the affinity tag because it has a final damage taken reduction. So you do want to have a Celestial Being tank, and among the Celestial Being tank that is SSR, your only option is Cherudim, the Exia, and this guy. Okay, although this guy is the best one for you to choose from, but this one is still quite okay, so it's up to you. Like, I don't recommend upgrading this guy, mainly because SSR units comparing to SR units, it will never ever be better than the SSR unit. Okay, so yeah, you better off just go with the full armor one, this one. Yeah, this one. But if you do have other options, then just go for other options. And this one, the ultimate is really good. Okay, this one is worth building because he has a level 6 defense down map weapon. Okay. So really great. You know, the map weapon is also huge, so hopefully you can use this in Master League and debuff a lot of enemies at once. Okay, the defense down is very nice to have, and that's all. Okay. That's all about him. I think he also deal quite nice damage, so that's a bonus. Your strike freedom and God gonna be the end of all of us. Yeah, I don't know. We will see later in the Master League. Okay, whether they still gonna be a problem or not. The Regnan, yes, the Regnan. SSR better than GN Arms. Oh yeah, it's better. He is better than the GN Arms, at least. But the full armor is a much better option. Okay, this whole Gundam full armor. This one is not that good. You know, mainly because he doesn't have a shield defense mechanism. So, yeah, this is not really a proper tank. Okay, so going to the Gundam Age. In here, the very best one is this one, but then again, he doesn't have a 5-range weapon, so I don't really recommend building any of the units in this one. Among these units, the very best one is this one, but we don't have the pilot. You know, the Gundam Age, we don't have a UR durability pilot. This one comes with a natural preemptive strike, so you do not need to SSP convert this guy, just SP conversion is enough. The strength of this guy is this one, okay? When vigor is supercharged or higher, improve decrease attack weapon effects by 5%, and the weapon the attack down weapon effect is in the preemptive strike. So he has a level 6 attack down debuff on a preemptive strike. In PvP, that translates to OP. When the enemy attack you instead attack them first, reducing their attack by a level 6 attack down, making you able to receive a very low damage, and that will guarantee that you will die very long. You know, not gonna you will survive very long. Okay. So this is the Gundam Age assault jacket, and then this guy, the Gundam Age 2 R times, is also just like the Regnan. He has a map weapon that has a level 5 defense down. Okay, so if you do want to debuff your enemies all together, then go for this guy. But it's a very rare thing to happen. So yeah, those are the only options you have in here. Going in here, as a debuffer, the Chronos is okay. If you do want to debuff your enemy, then the Chronos has special weapon debuff and the defense debuff, you know. And that's it. Yeah, that's all. Nothing really special. I think the special thing coming from this guy is when you SSP convert, I think. Remember, I know this guy is quite okay. Oh yeah, this is the strength of the Chronos. If you SSP convert Chronos, he has 2 weapons at 6 range. Okay, so that's why I remember there's something special about Chronos, but what? Okay, so this is Chronos. Okay, only if you do like this unit, then SSP convert this guy. But I don't think anyone in their right mind gonna waste an SSP conversion material on this guy. So yeah, just take into account as a unit with a natural 6 range weapon. Okay. So going into the Barbatus, in the Barbatus we have a lot of good units in here. The Flauros doesn't have a pilot, but this is the only ranged attacker in this series. Okay, at the 5 range weapon. So this one is really strong, although it requires tension max or greater. So just slap Elan Ceres on this guy and that's it. He has a very high attack because of these 2 abilities. So that's your Flauros. And then the Barbatus, the Lupus Rex is the strongest melee development diagram units in this game. Okay, so if you do want to attack your enemy using a melee attack, then this is your guy. Okay. And then there is also the lupus. Depending on the text, they have a different text. Okay, so either go for the lupus or go for the lupus track. They basically almost the same. They just have a different text. Okay, and then going into the bile in here, this is your flying Barbatus. Okay, the only difference between him and the Barbatus, he deals low damage compared to the Barbatus, but he can be used in atmospheric. So yeah, basically a flying Barbatus. His advantage is that he is an ally of Vinaya system. So Mikazuki will get the same benefit as if he is riding a Barbatus on top of the bile. That's all. And then this one, the broken Barbatus, because we have Mikazuki durability and also Mikazuki attacker, so this guy can handle both jobs. Okay, whether you want him to deal damage to your enemy or you want him to tank your allies damage, he can do both because this is a support unit. And also you can put Deira on top of this guy, and Deira has a very high melee stats when SP converted. So that's the Barbatus. And then, oh yeah, wait, the enemy side. Wait. Oh yeah, we're already talking about the enemy side. If you do have Julieta, then you have a support defense on counter. So just pick a tank that you want to support defense on counter. The best one is the Astaroth Origin. So yeah, going into the Gecko, nothing worth mentioning in here, so just skip. If you do have Argy Mirage SSR, then you want to put him on this guy. Although he's not gonna be better than the UR version. Argy Mirage is one of the only two pilots who has a force chance step. The other one is Yasaka Mao, the one in the current banner. So they both can use up the enemy support defense twice in the same turn. So if you do want to reduce the enemy support defense and go attack their attacker, then Yasaka Mao and Argy Mirage SSR is your choice. But for Argy Mirage, he needs to ride on the Gundam Astaroth. So the Gundam Astaroth Rinascimento, this one has very short range. So if you cannot reach your enemy, then it's useless having a force chance step. Okay, so only when you use the Astaroth UR, then you can use the force chance step to reduce the enemy support defense. But because we are talking about SSR and below tech, so yeah, nothing worth mentioning in here. Then go for the Witch from Mercury. Okay, in here we have a lot actually. Going from the aerial rebuild, you've already seen my team already. This one is kind of okay, really good, mostly because of his techs. Okay, he has quite an okay tech, one-shot killer, tenacious specialized unit, gun arm. So because we have three Suletas, okay, the attacker, the support, and the durability, you can use this unit to cover up a lot of jobs. Okay, so that is the aerial rebuild, but his weapon requires tension max or greater, so you do need to use Elan Ceres to be able to use this weapon. But after you SSP convert this guy, his new SSP weapon doesn't require tension max or greater, so you can use him with any pilot. Now the Gundam Caliban is one of the rare unit who has a level 6 debuff. So this one, if you do want to debuff your enemy using a level 6 defense down, then go for this guy. But other than that, just go for an even better choice. Okay, so the Alfred, the Gacha version is a much better one than them, so ignore that one. This Quarzet is a very unique unit because he has 3 stats weapon. Okay, what do I mean by that is that when you SP convert this guy, SSP convert, the SSP weapon is melee, the Guardian Draw, this one, the 5 range weapon is awaken, the 3 range weapon is range. Okay, so yeah, this is the unit that depending on the pilot you choose to pilot this guy. If you put Miorine, then he will use Beamblade SSP. If you put Suleta attacker, he will use Guardian Draw. If you use Suleta range, then the Suleta support, then he will use the Omni Azimuth laser. So that's the Swar set. Quite unique, his role change, his weapon changes depending on the pilot. Then the Daryl belt is one of the tank who has high survivability. He also has a natural preemptive strike weapon, so quite an okay tank. Problem is that he doesn't have a pilot. Okay, so nobody can pilot this guy and get the affinity tech bonus. So that's it. Okay, and this guy is actually already replaced. Being replaced. Previously, he was the very first unit who has a 5 range beam debuff level 6. But nowadays we have the Versago, we have the Gundam Age 2, we have a lot of replacement for that guy, so no longer relevant. Okay. The Farak Season 2, this one is also really strong actually, so you can either use this guy or the aerial rebuild. Depending on the tech, this one is lightning fast and test type. So depending on your supporter, then you use either one. But not really worth building, because we currently don't have a really good supporter for the lightning fast tech. How you get Miorine pilot? It is from past when I played this game 3 weeks ago. Okay, Miorine is from the Generation Tower. Okay, this one comes from the 2nd Generation Tower East. So only when the Generation Tower East comes back, then you will be able to get Miorine together with Lacus. Okay, Lacus also. This one is from the Generation Tower East. So yeah, quite rare. So hopefully you can get them again when the Generation Tower East map comes back. Okay. Susano, not that bad. Mr. Bushido SR can pilot that one. He got 800 melee, SP, MP up plus crit rate. If you like Graham. Yeah, that one already comes to favoritism. But like I said, like if it is a melee unit, if you cannot reach your enemy, then it's the same as dealing 0 damage. So I don't really like using a melee unit, but then again, melee unit comes back to preference, Like this one, the ranged weapon, because Mr. Bushido is a melee pilot, so he will not deal high damage on this one. So yeah, not really something that you want to invest on. In Master League, do level 90 and level 100 MLB SSR do the same thing, or are they different? I'm asking this because I want to know if the boost buff makes the difference between the level. So if my question is, I can understand. I don't think there's a difference, but a level 90 to level 100 stats difference is quite huge. So after boosting, the difference gonna be further apart. Okay. So you do want to at least SP convert the units you bring in the Master League. But then again, I don't know. For my recommendation, you do not upgrade them first, okay? Because at first, when you go to the Master League, you're gonna fight, easier enemies first, like weaker enemies. So you do not need to SP convert them. Just stay with the level 90, see if your strategy works, and then after that, if you struggle in getting to the highest score possible, like the 150,000 score, that's where you get all the rewards. If you cannot get to 150,000, then SP convert someone. But if you already reach 150,000 score, the rest is optional. Okay, the 200,000 reward is a title only. It doesn't change anything to your account. So that one is optional. So if you don't want to waste your SP conversion material, do not SP convert anyone just to get to 200,000 score, okay? But you do need to reach 150,000 to get the maximum reward from the Master League. So do try your best and SP convert something to reach the 150,000, okay? Above that, don't waste your material. Gecko SSR Defender is usable. That's not that bad. Kind of, but there are better options than than just use the Gecko. Did the Michaelis SSP have something decent, or am I making stuff up? The SSP Michaelis actually have a really good one. Okay, so let me go to the Michaelis. Is this one? Yeah. So I did mention this in my previous video. Okay, the Michaelis is actually a really good support unit. Okay, if you do want to use him, he is insanely good. Why? Because he is a rare unit that has this, a double weapon attribute. Okay, so when you debuff your enemy with both physical debuff and special debuff, you will deal triple the damage. But this is a range 1 to 2 weapon. Okay, so you will never ever be able to reach your enemy to use this weapon. That's the problem. It is really strong in PvE, because in PvE you can position yourself to reach your enemy and attack using this weapon. But in Master League, you will mostly gonna use this weapon. Okay, so that's why I don't mention the Michaelis right now. I did mention him in my analysis video, okay, and he also has a 6-range weapon if you do SSP convert this guy. But then again, yeah, if you do need a beam debuffer, then go for this guy. The SSP weapon becomes a melee again. That's why this is not really a PvP unit. Okay, this is more of a PvE unit where you can control which weapon do you want to use on your enemy. Otherwise, he will always just gonna use this weapon. Okay, although you can just SSP convert this guy, but I don't really recommend SSP converting a support unit. That's why. I don't know what should I build in this game. I see cool Gundam NSP, and after doing that, I struggle with Eternal Road. But it's okay. Like, you don't need to finish Eternal Road straight away. You know, you can just take your time. Just have fun with this game. Basically, the developer made this game able to be completed without any gacha at all. Okay, so do take into your mind, so that if you do use a UR unit, then you can just clear this game. Okay, so just SP convert whichever unit is your favorite and just build whichever tag you get lucky from the gacha. Okay, so now we're gonna go and take a look at the gacha units. Okay, so among the gacha units, look at this. The White Gundam, insanely OP, upgrade this guy. Okay, if you can use him, use him. This is why all the tanks that are in the development diagram, most of the time I mentioned just now, if you do have better options, just go with a better option. Most of the better options are in the gacha. Okay, the Zaku 2 FZ, this one can be piloted by Christina Aguilera and get a support defense on counter. Okay, so Zaku 2 FZ, really good. White Gundam, insanely strong, naturally strong HP, defense increase, heal. The only one of the very rare unit who can heal every single turn. And look at this, he heals 10% HP. 10% HP of a freaking tank is 13,000 HP. Look at that. That is before SSP conversion, okay? And after the boost, the Master League boost, his HP can go to 300,000, okay? That is 30,000 HP heal every turn, okay? So White Gundam is really strong. S Gundam, go ahead. This is your, this is a monster basically, you know? The strongest EFSF unit, EFSF Jarlan Gundam, yeah, the strongest EFSF attacker unit in terms of SSR. Okay, you can use Yasaka Mao on this guy too. Okay, that's the best thing about this guy. So Yasaka Mao, Shiro Amada SSR SP. This one also insanely good pilot. You know, this one can go supercharged from the very beginning and attack 2 times at least, not a double support attacker. Okay, so put him on the S Gundam. And then the Astral Origin, really strong on Julieta, a support defense on counter again, because a support defense on counter pilot requires you to match the affinity tag. Okay, so they can only pilot certain unit. So this is the best one that you can put her on. The Astaroth Origin is the strongest Gjallarhorn unit. Okay, the Zeta Gundam, if you do have Judao, then this is your AUK tank. The strongest AUK tank in this game is the Zeta Gundam 3B type. Now going next is the Blue Destiny. Like this one, if you do want to kill your enemy using a melee unit, then yes, this is one of the strongest one in the FSF. Put Ito Tsurugi on this guy and watch him kill your enemy tank. Okay, the GM Sniper is a 6 range support unit. Okay, but like I said, I do not recommend SSP converting a support unit. So if you do want to attack your enemy from 6 range away, then your Wing Gundam Endless Waltz is gonna be your natural 6 range attacker together with this guy. Okay, this guy, no, this guy requires you to SSP convert. So yeah, no. This guy has a skill that gives him a max range increase, but not from supercharge, but from a leader pilot. So once you put a leader pilot on him, then his weapon already increased permanently the range, so he can attack from 5 range away. When you SSP convert this guy, he will have 2 weapons at range 5, making it range 6 once you put a leader pilot on this guy. Okay, so a 6 range attacker, a 6 range support pilot support unit. Okay. And then after that, the one worth building again is this one is kind of like one of the rare level 6 debuffer, and you know, this is one of the very rare weapon that has absolute hit. So if you are tired of seeing your attack getting evaded, then this is absolute hit. Okay, very rare to have a weapon with absolute hit on an SSR unit. Okay, so this is your the only one, and you can use a Gjallarhorn pilot on this. Okay. Meaning that Julieta can use support defense on counter on this guy. Okay. So next is this one has a heal. Like I mentioned just now, oh no, not this one. This one is the own HP. The development diagram is the one with the heal. Okay. So that one, and then this guy. Okay. This is also one of the rare, just like the Penelope. This is the EFSF rival. Okay, so if you go into a Master League that requires you to use a rival tag, but you only have an EFSF pilot, then build this guy. Okay. There was no idea to do head text for got UR XS Gundam thanks to critic and Gunpla. Yeah, so that means that if you have the S Gundam, put Yasaka Mao on the S Gundam. How about Goddess and Goddessa healing? Is it good? No. The Gundam Deaka have very high attack stats for support. Did we go through that one? Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, this one also, just like the Strike Freedom support, this one is a support unit with high attack. Okay, so quite rare, but not as good as the Strike Freedom, because the Strike Freedom can be piloted by Kira Yamete. This one doesn't really have a pilot. I think the Roller Cruiser can pilot this guy, but he doesn't really have an advantage on his affinity type. So yeah, not as good as the Strike Freedom, but still it has high weapon power. Now, going next is this one. I don't really want to mention, like this one is kind of like hard to use, you know. So yeah, that's just for me. Okay, next, the one you can actually use. I don't know yet about the pass. This one I just recently got. Don't really see the good thing about this guy. MK5 also. Yeah. Like it's just a standard unit, you know. So nothing. Oh yeah, the Fire Suifan also. This one is your Wing Gundam attacker unit. Okay, like look at that. Very high attack, but that's all. The Geminas is also a tank with a rare 6000 weapon power. Okay, so if you do want a tank to deal damage back to your enemy, then there is Geminas, but the pilot is the problem. You know, we don't really have the pilot. Now this one, okay, Gaia Gundam also is quite similar to the Shiranui Akatsuki. So although the Shiranui Akatsuki is stronger than the Gaia Gundam, this one can also be an alternative option. Okay, he has the defense increase just like the Blue Destiny 3. So the longer the battle goes on, the higher his defense gonna be. Okay, so that is his strength. Other than that, he's so-so. So the Shiranui Akatsuki gonna be strong from the very beginning. This one will gradually get stronger the more he get hit, just like the Blue Destiny 3. Okay. The Gadesa, this one, and the Goddess, this one is so-so, nothing special about these two guys. So unless you do want to build them out of favoritism, then it's up to you. Okay. This one only advantage, the advantage only trigger when you are fighting against Celestial Being. So unless the enemy uses Exia or Double O, then he is so-so, just a normal, your normal standard unit. Okay. Then who else? This one. Okay, so the Alfred Thorn and the Alfred Ur. This one is the stronger version of the Alfred from the Witch from Mercury. Problem with them is the tech. Okay, they are from the Lightning Fast. So that's why currently we cannot really use them because we don't have a limited supporter. But for those of you who actually build a Lightning Fast team or a specialized unit team, then you can use the Alfred Thorn piloted by Suletta Durability or Noria. And this one, the Alfred Ur, can be piloted by Suletta Support and Suletta Attacker. Okay. If you SSB, convert them. The Red Warrior is the Gunpla unit, one of the good unit from the Gunpla series. So in the future, if you want to build a Gunpla team, then the Red Warrior can be your attacker, but he only has a 4 range. Okay, there is a Newe ZL2. This one is a really strong tank. You know, I haven't tested it yet. The thing about this guy is that he has the same ability like the God Gundam. Okay, when the enemy attacks from 4 spaces or more, reduce damage taken by 20%. Not as strong as the God Gundam, but on top of this thing, he also has the eye field. So fighting against SSR unit, this guy can trigger both these abilities to reduce the enemy's damage by a lot. So this one I haven't tested yet, but I'm very sure that once I get more copies of this guy, like if I manage to MLB this guy, I will most likely gonna SP convert this guy. Okay, because of that. Yeah, Psychomu, Tenacious, Unstoppable, Mono Eye, okay, G Generation series mobile. Yeah, the text is really good. Okay, so yeah, this new is here. I don't have other SSR units in here. The Half-Fast Gundam also is an alternative unit you can use to be piloted by G Generation series, but there is an even better option. There is the Phoenix Gundam. Okay, so the SR, they are not really worth mentioning. You know, the one currently is still relevant is the SR Freedom, then the SR Double Z Gundam, the SR Enhanced Double Z Gundam, and last one is the Forbidden Gundam. Okay, So the Forbidden Gundam is the only it's not a gacha only. The Forbidden Gundam is the only SR units that is still worth building right now. This one. Okay. So this is one of the best SR tank to be built because of his abilities here. Look at this. When defending or executing support defense and when the enemy attacks with a beam range weapon, reduce damage taken by 30%. This is basically a knife field. Okay. And mostly the seed units are known for a physical damage taken reduction. This is the rare one who has a beam range damage taken reduction instead. Okay. And this is also an Omni unit, which means that Awel neither can pilot this guy and get the affinity attack bonus. Okay. So yeah, that's it, I guess. Wait, let me check the others. Who's the others? Yeah, there is the others here. Okay, we haven't mentioned the others. Okay, so going into the others, you've already seen the Psycho Zaku, the Char Zaku Origin. This is the fastest unit in this game right now. And then the Apsaras 3, this one you've already seen me in the previous Master League. This one, on top of having high attack, he also has very high HP, making him insanely strong in PvP. I'm also even considering SSP converting this guy. Then the Biarlan Custom, this one is the EFSF attacker, very strong, just a little bit below Delta Kai. But you can SSP convert these guys, so he is even better than the Delta Kai. Not really. Like if you upgrade the Delta Kai twice to Ultimate 2, then the Delta Kai getting better again than this guy. But the S Gundam is better than both of them. Okay. Then this guy has a heal, although it's a support unit. Then the XK is also a really good unit to SP convert because this guy can be piloted by Gaelio. Okay, one of the rare Alaya Vinaya type E unit that can be piloted by Galio. The Gundam Aerial, this one is also quite strong. If you manage to go to supercharge, this is a tank with a 5 range weapon. And also if you SSP convert this guy, he is a tank with a 6 range weapon. Okay. So you now know, okay, I SP convert a unit fully known that what I'm doing here. Now the Phoenix Gundam is the very best G Generation units, okay? He has a lot of tanks, look at this. UC series, alternative series, Psychomu, G Generation series, Unstoppable, Ace unit, Tenacious, and below. So he can be used in a lot of things, you know, in almost every single Master League, I can use this guy. Same thing, I've been considering SSP converting this guy because after SSP converting, I will finally have a 5 range weapon. Okay, piloted by Camille Bidan, he is gonna be that combination is gonna be the best for this Phoenix Gundam. Okay, so that's the Phoenix Gundam. And then the G-Quax, somebody mentioned just now the G-Quax has high speed. Apparently not really, you know, look at that, 9,772, not higher than the Sharzaku. Okay, why? Because Sharzaku has Sharaznable as the pilot. Okay, that's the Red Comet, nothing is faster than the Red Comet. Okay, and then among these units, okay, this one. Another support unit with very high attack is the Full Armor Gundam MK3. So this one deals even higher damage than the Strike Freedom SSR support. Okay, so the support unit with the highest attack is this guy. Okay, if you do want to use this guy, then go ahead, insanely strong. Okay, then the Wing Gundam Endless Waltz, this one, although he cannot be piloted by the Hero UR, like Hero UR won't get the 0 custom tech bonus from this guy. If you do plan to use this Wing Gundam Endless Waltz, then you better off using this Hero UE. Okay, this is the one that can match this Wing Gundam, and you need to SSP convert this guy. Otherwise, he doesn't have a 5 range weapon. Okay, so after SSP converting, then he becomes insanely strong. That's a Wing Gundam Essence Waltz, and then this one sucks. Now this one is your go-to melee unit. Okay, the very best. Not very best. Like this is the seed version of Barbatus. Look at this. When vigor is max or higher, increase attack at the cost of energy. Okay. And the Excalibur, this one deals very high damage. So yeah, this is your go-to, just like the Blue Destiny. Okay. So there's that. Although right now we also have this one, the Gundam. This one also deal very high melee damage. Basically, if you can use a critical boost, then the critical damage coming from this guy is a level 6 critical damage. This is insanely high critical damage bonus. Okay. So if you manage to deal critical damage, this guy will deal insane amount of damage. Okay. Then the Night Gundam, a very strong tank, I've already mentioned. Very high HP and defense, so survivability wise very strong, and he can heal himself. Okay, and naturally have a double support defense. The Satan Gundam, if you SSP convert this guy, he has a 6 range weapon, and because of this modification, his weapon power is the highest right now at 6,600. Because compared to other modification, this one increased weapon power instead of stats. Okay. So that is the special thing about the Satan Gundam. And then after that, the Saikoro Gundam, this one, if you SSP convert this Saikoro Gundam, he also get a very unique ability here. Look at that. Not very unique. I mean, like, he has defense up 10%, then eye field, damage taken reduction 40%, and defense increased by 25%. Okay, in total, after you receive damage, just like the Blue Destiny 3, and also the Gaia Gundam. So the Saikoro, but I don't think anybody will SSP convert this guy, you know. So it's just for your information. And then after that, the Goof Custom. This is also a really strong unit at melee. Okay, so if you do want to attack your enemies from melee, then use this guy. Look at this attack increase. So the Goof Custom is really strong. And then the Comfort, in theory, this can deal insane amount of damage only when he has 1 HP. Okay, so very hard to use. You need to be able to use support defense on counter on this guy and survive and deal damage back to your enemy. So if you use Christina Aguilera on this guy, if you can manage to survive at 1 HP, then that's it. You can attack your enemy. Although you need to be able to reach your enemy first. Okay. Then the Hyakusiki, this one also is a quite a good unit if you do plan to SSP convert. He get a preemptive strike at range 4, attack down debuff level 5. Yes, level 5. So this one is quite okay. The problem is that this is an AUP unit, so you do need Judao to pilot this guy. Otherwise, just slap Eo Flaming on that one. Scorpio is actually also okay. If you are fighting against SSR enemies, then this is a rare unit with both physical and beam damage taken reduction. So usually other units can only choose one, whether it's physical reduction or beam reduction. This guy has both. Okay. So against PvE, this is the very best thing for PvE. But now, in Master League, if you fight against SSR enemies, then it's the same as PvE basically. So yeah, the Scorpio. And that's it. Yeah, I guess I don't have all of the SSR units, so the ones that are not in my account, I cannot tell you, unless I can see them. So yeah, just after listening for a while, basically how I judge units. You see, so you can just by yourself. Sakugan and the archive very high. Rose super mode also good. Yes, Rose, but I don't know. Like when I'm fighting against Rose Gundam as an enemy, he becomes insanely strong. But when I am the one using Rose Gundam myself, he is not that strong. So yeah. Better than the UR Phoenix. The SSR Phoenix? Yes, better than the UR Phoenix. Destiny Impulse is good? Yes. Check out the SR Tolgis from Endless Worlds. That one I did see that, but not really a good one, you know. Like there's nothing special about this guy. Look at that. Nothing special about this guy. So I don't really want to build this guy. SFC conversion gives you a 5-range weapon, but you know, rather than using this guy, because he only has one ability, you better off just use the Wing Gundam Endless Worlds SSR. So much better, you know. Rather than using this, you better off just use this one. You see, you better off just use this one. Much better. Look at this. The more you attack your enemy, the more damage you deal. Yeah. Hi Mother Vivi, I just got an outstanding pulse result by getting 4 UR units simultaneously 1 multi. Oh my god, that's so lucky. Shit. Should I gacha now? Shit. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for a bit. I don't know, should I gacha? I want Elan Ceres, you know. Still, this is an insanely good pilot. Dang it. Should I use this? Should I do this? Oh, this is 36,000. Should I gacha? Should I gacha? Yeah, let's gacha. Let's go. I'm gonna gacha this. See if I can get Elan Ceres. Let's go. Downloading please. There's a downloading. See if I can get Elan Ceres in here. No, this is the SSR. Hopefully not a new SSR, but a new UR. Let's go. Kablam! Amuro Lightning. There's a UR in here. So let's see if I get a new one. Elan Ceres Fish. There we go. There's a box changing into UR there. And the animation. Nice. Nice. So this can be either the XS Gundam or the Farak, okay? Hopefully it's the Farak, okay? Because that means that I get what I want. Farak, please, Farak. Yes, yes. Ooh, I get Farak. Yay! Your luck. I absorb your luck. Erkline. Thanks for telling me that. Nice. See, the power of a streamer. Yeah, Elan Ceres. Ooh. Nice. I'm gonna share this to my friend. Okay, just throw salt on him. Where is my friend? Getting all for his full spawn. What is this insane luck? Yay! Let's go. Will there be a second UR? We will see. I don't know. Hopefully. Where's the second UR? The second UR. Ooh, Rizal. Okay. That's it. Ta-da! Yeah, my job here is done. Okay. I'm gonna save my diamonds for the narrative. Because the narrative most likely gonna be a Psychomu. I do hope it's gonna be a new type machine. Okay, if it is a new type machine, then I'm gonna all out on that one, definitely. So, yeah, nice suit. Let's build him straight away. Ta-da! Where is he? The Farak. Yay! So level him up to 100 straight away. Okay, put Does Alan Seres get a bonus on this one? Let me see. What is your affinity like? When binding Gundam Farak and HP falls, restore on HP. Okay. But the Farak is it's from Mercury, right? In a gun arm. I can actually use all these Suletas. Yeah, this one has the Farak. I can use her on the Farak. Wait, does Alan Seres has double support attack? Yes, double support attack. This one. This MP, support attack, counter attack by 20%. Okay. And this one has a gun arm. So I can actually use this on the Farak. I can use even this on the Farak. I can use support defense on counter on the Farak. I can also use Miorine. Yes, Miorine can also use this guy. Oh, yeah, perfect. Like I said, you know, I really need the Farak. It completes my Witch from Mercury team, basically. So, Alan Seres with his double support attack, right? If I do want to deal higher damage, then I can just use Suleta. This one. Because he has the increased damage dealt to enemies by 15%. Which is much better than just increasing attack by 20%. Although this guy can go supercharged from the very beginning. So let's just use Alan. Yep. And let's upgrade beam weapon. Okay, for sure. Then upgrade this. This is beam weapon damage taken up, level 5 straight away. And swap this. What should I use? This one, I guess. Okay. Real great pull. Screw that upcoming narrative, and I will still do a pull to XS Gundam banner just to get a second copy of her. Yeah, it's up to you. Like, I don't know. Like, XS Gundam is really good, you know, but I want to see the narrative Gundam banner first, you know, because tech-wise, yeah, the XS Gundam is still really great. We will see later, okay? Let me just upgrade this Alan Seres. Like, this is what I'm after, you know? Look at that. Supercharged from the very beginning. So now I can change all of my units pilot, okay? So, the Zabi. By Alan Seres. And who else? Yeah, the rest is still okay. This one piloted by Alan Seres. Basically, every single support unit, I can just slap Alan Seres on them. And this one also. Change to Alan Seres. Phoenix Gundam. Nah, I need Mark Zuckerberg because he is unique on that one. This one is Yudao. This one is okay. Who else? Who uses map weapon? Yeah, just like the Big Sam. Alan Seres. And just put him on everything. Yeah, like the Apsaras. You can use Alan Seres on this one. Although no, Miorine will be better. Who else? The Neozio. Saman, Shar, and yes, Quest Paraya. That one is already okay. In the Phoenix Gundam, I should have put Camille in here. That's it. That's the Rizal. I get a copy of Rizal. I'm gonna start saving now for acquiring C00 and God Gundam banners. I don't know when will they get back to the God Gundam banner. They just recently get to God Gundam, so I don't think they will get back to that that fast, you know. So yeah. Let's go. That's it, I guess. Now it's time for my grand offensive. I was planning to do a grand offensive, but apparently we got sidetracked. So let's just go and do my grand offensive. Let's do this one. Okay, so Bat's form, I'm gonna change this, I guess. Let's use Lanceras on this one. Yeah, this is why I want him. The very best pilot. I'm gonna use Mikazuki on that one. I forgot I have Mikazuki. Okay, and this one. I think that one is good. And then let me see what's inside first. I forgot what is inside. What is inside this stage? Unexpected build factors banner. As I track what was worth it for that Farah. Well, yeah, it was worth it for that Farah. Okay, so I'm gonna need to use the Wing Gundam. Oh no, this guy can actually go and map weapon himself. Yeah, I can now kill them. Kill them straight away. How about? Yeah, I need the Wing Gundam to be in this position. Go there, use my map weapon, and then this one I'm gonna use. Like that. It should be okay. Then this guy. This is defense down again. Beam weapons. Oh, I can kill that guy. Yes, yes. Okay, so that. I think this one is fine. Wait, if I put him in here, it's gonna hit until there. I need to put him on position too. Okay, let's give up and continue on. Okay, so rearrange this. I'm gonna put this guy in the front. Okay. Now this one, I'm gonna rearrange. Put this on 2. This one on 1. Why do I even use Apsaras? Let me just use a tank. Yeah. I'm gonna use more tank. And then put this one on position 1. This one on 4. Okay, that one on 2. This one. 3 and 5. Okay. It's like that. Double O support, alright. Wait, I can upgrade that support, I forgot. There we go. Hey, this is my Sipujin, right? And because I didn't pull out for the Sipujin, right? I'm gonna upgrade her. Level her up. I even MLB this guy. I already have the mirror neck. I don't really need this one. This one is the lightning fast. Yeah, actually I do need the lightning fast. Guys, I need to use a lightning fast thing. Okay, so this one uses this. This one, can I change to something else? Yeah, nothing really worked in here except for the tank. I do want to upgrade the 1.5 Gundam then. I think I should be able to MLB that. I think I just got a new copy. 1.5. The bug. Oh no, I need a copy of this guy. Should I just develop a Cherudim? Are you a Shippujin, right? Yeah, you are a Shippujin. You can only bulk develop one. This is that kind of situation where you have no other choice, but you just use this guy. So, full armor. This guy. Don't really need that. So let's just go. Change this guy into a tank. Oh yeah, I could have just used this guy. I could have just used this guy. Yeah, let's go. Let's go with this one. Okay. Sortie. Oh no, that hurts. Okay, I can hit all three of them from there. Let's go. Heal. That's good. Okay. Now we can kill. Okay, just this guy. Okay, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this. So, let's see. Back down level 6. Shouldn't be able to deal any damage to me. There we go. Look at that damage. And then let's just go on this one first. Let's go, Alan Ceres. Evasion. He even has evasion. Nice. Let's go. So, which one should we go first? Raisa! Sword! Wow! The fuck with that damage! I'm gonna need to attack him with other things. Yeah, this one actually kill him. Actually kill this guy with this. If only my Alan Ceres can reach him, could have killed this guy. Yeah. It's okay though. Just gonna hit this guy in here. Attack down. He's already got his attack reduced. Let's just use this. Oh my god, that hurt so much. Dang it. Gonna die. Should have probably left that guy for the next turn. Then I'm more prepared. It's okay. I think we can still finish this. Oh no. Dang it. Okay, so how do we win this? Let's see. No, I don't have enough damage to kill that guy. Shit. This is bad. Maybe I should have save up another map weapon in here. Yeah. Maybe another map weapon user would be great. Like this guy. Everyone, your thoughts on the new XS Gundam? It's really great. Like, the thing is that the unit, the weapon, the pilot, everything is standard. Nothing is good. The only thing good about them is the force chance step and the ability on the XS Gundam that makes every single pilot deal the same damage. That's all. I don't have enough damage to kill that guy. Actually using everything. Yeah, we're using everything. Look at that. We only have 2 units left. Yeah, let's go. Jaja, transam. Killing the GN armor double enemy is suicide is the extra enemy directly get a turn. Yes, exactly. We did make a mistake on that one, but we managed to still clear this. Okay. Yeah. Was just I'm so broken. Well, the fuck. The score is not that good. Hey, that has been changed. Play BB. Yeah, it's mostly because we did brute force it. SSP 00 was my carry for that stage. Yeah, I want to SSP the 00 too, but I don't know. I will see later. Like, I'm gonna go through the PvP first. See if I ever need to SSP someone. If I don't need to SSP someone to win the Master League, then yeah, I'm gonna SSP the double eraser. That was insanely strong. Did you see just now? Like, even my Exia UR cannot one-shot the enemy. My double eraser can. That's crazy. But anyway, I think, yeah, I'm just gonna do dailies, and that's it for tonight's stream, guys. Yeah, gonna sleep. Tomorrow is a work day. Good night, Luffy. So it turns out these videos becoming more like Master League recommendation. So I'm just gonna change the title and also probably put a picture on it. Thanks for coming, Rax. Yeah. Maybe good night, Nico. Thanks for watching, everyone. Yep. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Good night, everyone.